Are Cedar Park real estate prices going to continue going up? Let's talk about that, the most recent Cedar Park real estate statistics, and advice for buyers and sellers in today's market. I'm Eric Peterson, broker and owner of Kopa Real Estate. I'm a Cedar Park homeowner, and my little girl says I'm the best realtor in Cedar Park. So let's get to the statistics for the Cedar Park real estate housing market for February 2022. We had 72 homes sold in February, which was up 4.3% from last year. Average dollars per square foot was up 20.4% to $258 per square foot, and the average sales price was up 26% to $593,590, and the median price was up 29% to $580,500. The lowest price home sold for $349,000 in Cedar Park Square. Last year there were 21 homes sold for under $400,000, and this year there were only 6. So there were 2 homes that were tied for the highest priced home sold at $1.1 million, one in Bella Vista and one in Ranch at Brushy Creek. Last year the highest priced home sold was only $960,000. Smallest home sold was at 1,123 square feet in Buttercup Creek, and the largest home sold was at 4,143 square feet in Ranch at Cypress Creek. As of March 2nd, 2022, there were only 13 homes active for sale in Cedar Park and 129 homes under contract, showing we're still in a strong seller's market. On average, homes sold for 6% over asking price, which was down from selling for 16% over asking price last February. Now let's talk about if prices are going to continue to rise. So we've seen tremendous appreciation already in 2022, with prices up almost 10% just since the beginning of the year. And I recently attended the Home Builders Forecast event. The one thing that stood out to me was a quote saying, "Forecasting is easy to do, except when it comes to predicting the future." Now, personally, I'm long on Austin area real estate, meaning I expect to see long-term appreciation. With that being said, nobody knows the future, and if you're taking advice from anyone, make sure they're giving you both sides of the story. On one side, you have strong supply and demand fundamentals in the current market. In addition, the equity position most homeowners have make it hard to imagine a scenario like we saw in the financial crisis. But the people who only look at supply and demand completely ignore consumer confidence. And as it was pointed out at the event, that can change quickly. And on the other side, many people, and sometimes it's wishful thinking, they'll tell you the market is going to crash without having any evidence. And these people are completely ignoring the market fundamentals. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens over the next few years and who'll be right and who'll be wrong. The one thing we know is if prices can't keep going up like this forever. At the event, they pointed out eventually housing becomes unaffordable and people will start moving to other areas. So that won't cause a crash in and of itself, but it will cause appreciation to moderate. Now I'm going to cover a few things that have been on my mind in sort of a stream of consciousness style. So a common theme we hear is people want to move, but if they sell their home, they don't know where they're going to go. And we just closed on another successful sale of helping somebody sell and buy their new home. And we were able to negotiate for the sellers to stay in their home for 2 months after closing, completely rent-free. And that allowed us time to help them get an offer accepted on another home in their dream neighborhood. So if you're in this same situation, before you give up, contact us to talk about your situation and let's put a plan together that'll be successful for you. Now for sellers, if you need to make any or do any make ready to your home, be sure to start on that early. And we just sold a home for a client that had a family member living in the home, and they had a dog that totally chewed up the front door beyond what could be repaired. And due to the size of the door, it took 5 weeks to get a new one. So remember, the narrative that your home will sell for the same price regardless of condition is false. And you don't want to sell $1 million home with a chewed up front door. So make sure that you give yourself plenty of time. We have been selling tons of homes that were previous rental properties. So a few comments for landlords. First, make sure you check your management agreement. Lately, we've been seeing several where the management company wants to charge exorbitant fees if you want to sell the house. So don't sign anything like that. And second, this is for anyone with tenants with a lease expiring later in the year. And if you want to sell now, you may want to offer to let the tenants out of the lease now or be more flexible about how much notice they'll need. In many cases, this is also the kind thing to do because it will give the tenants more time and flexibility to find another home, and then you can get your home on the market faster. Well, we can always sell a home tenant occupied, but many of our clients have been getting much higher prices by being able to sell to either an investor or an owner occupant after the lease is expired and the tenant has moved out. For buyers, now more than ever, you need to use kind of big picture thinking and keep some perspective. I see so many buyers every weekend at our open houses focusing on the wrong things. You know, you're considering buying a $900,000 house that's perfect for your family, but you're worrying about things like under cabinet lighting, touch-up paint, and alarm systems. So even some of the things that are larger ticket items like replacing an AC is what I call a one-call fix. Because in the end, all it takes is one call and you can get a new AC installed or new carpet or an alarm system. So meanwhile, because you passed over that house over something insignificant in the long run, by the time you find another home, it'll likely cost you an extra $10,000 or $20,000. As always, hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. And by the way, my little baby girl, she didn't say I'm the best realtor in Cedar Park. She's only got 3 teeth and she can't even talk yet.